The Power of Modesty. So I also titled this The Sacred Heroine Archetype. I was talking to my friend about how people, specifically women, a lot of times um, guys who are interacting with them will treat them a certain way depending on how they show themselves, how they appear to others, what they dress like. Um, Most times it's easy for women to want to get attention for what they wear. And this could mean wearing something very short that reveals a lot of skin, that shows a lot of curves. So the sacred heroine archetype still wants attention and still has the natural instincts to want to get attention, just as uh, the typical woman does. But the sacred heroine uh, fights the need to get this attention, and by doing this, they will wear something that covers parts of their body that are more attractive. But in doing this, it's not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength, because they're demonstrating self-control. And many times the guys that see this will actually show a level of respect for them that's higher than the respect that they will show for a woman who just goes out with uh, whatever she feels is right to wear that day. Now, a similar dynamic is seen with people who dress very fashionably, people who wear very classy clothing. You see it with men and women. We treat people differently based off of how they present themselves, and this can be from an energetic standpoint or from plainly just what they're wearing, what kind of gestures they're making, how they're speaking. So the power of modesty is that with modesty, the person is attempting, there is an attempt at being virtuous. And over time, it actually creates an aura around a person where you can actually see and you can actually feel, you can feel a sense that the person is worthy of respect. And a lot of times they will be given the respect merely for the fact that they value themselves on a level that is demonstrated through their actions. It's demonstrated through their willingness to carry themselves a certain way and to dress a certain way. Now, you would think this is common sense in real life, but the other power of modesty is that it's definitely not common sense. I'll say that. The other power of modesty is that modesty is harder than just revealing whatever you want. So the power of modesty is that it builds willpower, self-control, and it also demonstrates to people, especially people who may be interested in interacting with you, that you're a person of very high value, and that you are a trustworthy person. Insert any type of virtue you want. For women, especially, modesty in dress is extremely attractive, but it's also um, a good indicator that you're dealing with a person who has a lot of self control and has other qualities that are good as well. Um, I think the link between modesty and morality is that, um, well, I kind of explained it, but you're doing something difficult, and presumably you're doing it a consecutive amount of times. You're not just doing it one time. Um, but there's a lot of self discipline that comes with that, and there's also a lot of thoughtfulness that is shown by a person who decides to dress in that way. Yeah, but this is just to get the conversation started, of course. The power of modesty.